All right, collective, let's get into the reading. So, my sweet little puppy, he's blonde. He's not a puppy. He's a dog. He's an old little feller. He is sitting there just staring at me. But he's blonde, so he can only hear me. He cannot see me. But I thought that was sweet. I was like, you know, somebody could be watching you. Somebody could be admiring you, maybe keeping eyes on you, collective. That could be for some of you. We're going to dig into the energy and see what's up. If you guys want to check out anything I offer, you can find it in the comment section. I did release my Oracle decks. You can find those on my Etsy shop, again, in the comment section if you would like to check them out and maybe purchase one. I tend to ship them out the following day. So keep that in mind. All right. So you can have somebody obsessed with you. I think very highly of my dog, and he thinks very highly of me. I've had him 13 years. To say that we're obsessed with one another would be an understatement. However, as I was pre-shuffling, the Queen of Wands come out upside down. That can be a sense of like possessiveness. If I can't have you, no one can. And it's funny how I started this whole reading by talking about my dog watching me. He can't really see me, but that doesn't keep him from watching me. That doesn't keep him from wanting to know what I'm doing, what I'm up to. So that could be the energy coming in. There could be someone here that might not even be able to really get the information that they want, but that doesn't keep them from seeking it. Now, this person might not be in the healthiest energy just because that did come out in the pre-shuffle, but we're not going to stress too much about it. It might turn around. So let's see what's coming in. Again, I'm going to use my deck to start it off. Let's see what the deep messages are that need to come in. These are deep, deep messages. I'm scared that you hate me because I ghosted you. So this could be someone who disappeared, ghosted, ran. You could have seen through their lies or their illusions, and that could have made them uncomfortable. They could have taken a leap to invest in something, but that could have been an unwise choice. And what's in the dark could be coming to light. For some of you, you found out that this person was investing in other things. You could have found out, this could have been someone who made plans with you and then didn't show up for the plans, dipped out. They could have been respectful and told you, hey, listen, this is the reason I'm not going to be there. This is the reason we have to cancel. This is the reason why we're not doing A, B, C, or D. But then they could have done something that was then perceived as a betrayal, a backstabbing, or it could have been an unwise choice. Let's be honest. If you make a hairdresser appointment, you make a nail appointment, you make an appointment for the doctor and you don't show up, what happens? You get charged a cancellation fee. More times than not, you get charged. And sometimes it ain't cheap. They hit you where it hurts, so next time you'll remember to show you butt up. It could be an unwise choice not to make that doctor's appointment a priority, not to cancel that hair appointment, but it's a choice that you made. That's what I'm getting here. Now, making that choice could have then that hairdresser or that nail person say, and I'm going to set a boundary, you're disrespectful, so you're not allowed here anymore. For some of you, that could have been something that happened. Someone could have decided to take a leap or a risk to be dedicated, but their dedication could have been from a very selfish place. Well, I'm dedicated when I know what I'm getting. So if I don't know what I'm getting, I'm not dedicated. You're not coming over tonight, I'm not dedicated to you. I ain't even gonna talk to you for the next few months. But when I know you coming over, I'm gonna be dedicated to you. Something could have happened. This person could have made a choice. Do I make a choice from love or do I make a choice from logic? Them doing that completed a cycle. What was in the dark came to light. So for some of you, you could have found out that this person ghosted you because they were messing with someone else. You could have found out this person didn't show up because they were with someone else. You could have found out that this person had a choice to come be with you or to go take some overtime. They made a choice from logic, not love. They chose the overtime. whatever their choice was, it resulted in you setting a boundary and cutting it off. I'm hearing, so I cut you off. I don't need your love. I've done already cried enough. Interesting, the devil, but they think you're obsessed with them. They think that you're still stuck on them and interested in them. It's funny. I feel like for a lot of you, this person gives you the ick. It's a little bit of like, you think I'm obsessed with you. You think I'm interested. You think the sun rises and sets. You actually make me sick to my stomach, to be just blunt with you. You know, again, let's take it back to like a client. You know the clients who think that their money makes or breaks your business, when in reality, is it a blessing? Absolutely. But with money, sometimes can come a curse. And sometimes the people who feel like their weight, their money, their presence in your building brings so much wealth that it's kind of like, you're a little more headache than what you're worth. You're $40, you can keep it. That's the energy I'm getting here. This person could have felt like, yeah, but without me, these doors would be closed. Without me, you wouldn't know what love is. You're actually in love with me. Nobody's ever going to touch what I have in your eyes. But this person could have really oversold or overstated who they are actually in your life. Because what I'm saying is you now see this person as toxic. You see this situation where it's like, okay, oh, karmic, toxic, don't want it. You see them as someone who is stuck. You see them as someone who lies and sneaks away and protects their heart at all costs. So how do they think that you view them? So they think that you view them as someone who's independent, confident, single, sexy. They think that you view them as someone who it shook up your life and you never got over it. And you're so emotionally invested. And again, I'm telling you, they keep seeing, if they talked about you, they would say, you know that person's obsessed with me. You know that person's in love with me. You know that if I called that person up right now, they would pick up the phone because they're in love with me. They are emotionally invested in me. And I don't care who they're with or how far they think that they're gone. All it takes is me paying attention to them and it'll bring them back. That's what this person thinks. But what I'm seeing is that you've turned your back on something that you once perceived as a soulmate or a twin flame, and you're now recognizing, I'm single. I'm single at heart. I'm single at mind. I'm single in spirit. This person makes me sick to my stomach. If anything, I feel bad for this person because they protect their own security at all cost. But what are they protecting? Their lies, their illusion, their broken heart, their inability to get close to someone or let someone in. Yeah, they might look good, but if you really get to know them, you would realize how terrified and scared this person is to get close to someone. But this person feels like you don't see that version of them, that you still kind of hold them on a pedestal. You know, it's funny. You're never going to find someone like me, and I just seen someone turn and go, that's the goal. Like, okay. Listen to your intuition. What's happening? What is your intuition telling you? Your intuition's telling you that this person is maybe not an enlightened being. This person might not do soul searching, soul reflection. This is someone that's very egotistical. They're not enlightened. They've not went through a spiritual awakening. This isn't the kind of person who, they don't really have regrets. They don't really feel bad. They don't put themselves in other shoes and go, how would that make me feel? That's just not who they are. Now, I do think this person's been thinking about reaching out to you because they miss you. But they also feel like, you know, I'm going to say this. This person feels like all it's going to take is a little bit for you to get to them. All it's going to take is, hey, I missed you. And that would be enough for you to go, you've missed me. I'm coming to you right now. Can you meet me at your house in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? They feel that all it would take is a little bit of effort and you would be like, where am I signing? What do you want? Oh my God. Again, they're not enlightened. They're not a soul reflector, a soul searcher. They're not about growing and expanding and having healthy relationships. They just really like the fact that you could still be stuck on them, that you were once obsessed with them, trying to figure them out, trying to catch them, trying to have them, trying to make them yours. But now you see them as someone who maybe brought out the parts of you that you didn't want to see or that you were running from. So for some of you, that's what you now see this person as. Yeah, they see me as the person stuck on them and in love with them, but I see them as the person that taught me that maybe I was running from certain sides of myself, and in order for me to get what I wanted, I had to quit running from those sides of myself. That person brought that out of me, and I'm thankful for that person, but that doesn't mean that I want a future with them. I see him as toxic. I see him as someone who, it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword, because I feel like there's a part of you that's like, I want to protect myself from them, but my heart breaks for them because I couldn't imagine being in a place or being in a predicament where you feel like everyone should want you, but no one ever gets to truly know you or gets to truly have you, because you're scared, because you're anxious, because you're worried, because you're so guarded and self-consumed and self-possessed that you don't see value in sharing your life or even yourself with anyone else. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. There's a part of you that's like, they give me the ick, they make me sick to my stomach, Danielle, I wish them the best, but I know it ain't with me. That's your energy. But then there's also a part of you that your heart aches for them, because you also can take a step back and go, but if I could put myself in their shoes, if I was that ego-driven and egotistical and really thinking that people's hearts that I break or people that I ghosted still would want me, what did I go through to give me that mindset to get through this world? That's where some of you are at. So this has just been a passing thought. The passing thought has been that they kind of want to reach out to you and see what you're up to. Wanting to have the strength and the courage, but again, they've not healed. They've not healed. They've not changed. I still see that you're going to be discontent with whatever they bring to the table. This could be someone that in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, I don't care your age, long down the road, this person might still not be in a relationship. And if they are, I don't see it being long lasting. I see them being more of like finances and materialistic aspects. That's what they're engulfed in. That's what they're worried about. That's what they want to invest in. All right, so why does this person think that you're stuck on them? Because they're lying to themselves, because they don't want to see the truth. Because if they seen the truth, they would have to recognize their behavior and not continue on the path that they've been on. It's actually something that makes them really anxious and worried, because it would really disappoint them. Why would it disappoint them for them to actually find out how you truly view them? Because then that would be, what they just showed me is a car crashing through a building. That's what they showed me. The chariot, car, tower, crashing through a building. Because that would be like a car crashing through a building. That foundation would completely come down and they would have to rebuild what they know their reality to be. I think this is someone here who puts themselves on a pedestal. And I think sometimes when our ego is our right-hand man or right-hand woman, it could be really hard to take a step back and go, wait, you mean people don't care about me? People are not consumed about what I'm doing, what I'm up to? For some of you, this person is a child or a byproduct of a narcissistic parent or narcissistic family member. If you have a narcissistic parent or narcissistic family member, they will teach you that everyone is worried about you. Everyone cares about what you're up to, what you're doing, what you're thinking. Everyone's watching. That's not necessarily reality. I mean, I teach my daughter the complete opposite. I teach my daughter, nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching you. Nobody's thinking about you. And if they are, maybe they need something better to do. which is why I'm able to be who I am wholeheartedly, because I don't care if someone's watching. If they're watching, watch. Get out a video. Videotape me. I don't care, because I'm not doing anything that I wouldn't be proud to do. If I want to sing in the car with my heart on blast, I can do that. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Don't be worried. But in the same sense, it can be really hard for you to recognize, okay, maybe the truth is that who I thought I was and the place I thought I had in people's lives is the complete opposite. Nobody wants to hear that they think they're a good person, but everyone around them thinks that they're trash, thinks that they have horrible morals, trashy character, their ego's through the roof. People can't wait to get away from them. Nobody wants to hear that. But sometimes that could be very beneficial for you to look in the mirror and go, wait, maybe I am hard to be around. Maybe nobody wants to be around me. Maybe I do lie and think that others are attached to me when they're not. They're actually running away from me because they're tired of the games that I'm putting them through. Maybe that person's not obsessed with me. Maybe that person's recognizing, oh, I've learned what I needed to learn with you and the journey's over because you've brought everything out of me that you can, which is why I'm done. I'm blocking this because I now see that anything we're going to have is either going to be extreme passion, lust, infatuation, or it's going to be toxic as hell, and you're going to be my karmic, and you're only going to do nothing but teach me. And I don't want to be taught anymore. I want something peaceful. I want something soothing. I want something inviting. And again, a lot of you, this person, one of their lessons is learning that the bare minimum isn't enough. Half isn't enough. Because when you do that, you're going to get it back. And 9 times out of 10, the energy you get it back from is the people, the places, the things that you don't want to get it back from. This is what I tell a lot of people that I know, and it has proven itself. 9 times out of 10, when you cheat, you lie, you steal, you do horrible things to someone, and you think, oh, this won't come back. I don't care about them, so it doesn't matter. That's fine. But it might come back from people, places, or things that you don't want to come back from. You might have stole from someone you don't care about, but someone you care about might steal from you. You might have cheated and lied to that person you didn't care about, but someone you really love and care about might now cheat and lie to you. That's how I believe karma works. I believe that we attract what we are, and you might not see it until you're ready to be honest with yourself. So I feel for some of you, you could have attracted this person. You could have attracted this person in a place where you were like, I don't get it. What's the goal? Why am I attracting this person? And it could have brought sides of you out that needed to be illuminated so you could conquer them, you could deal with them. But there could have also been sides of you that you needed to get rid of. And there also needed to be a side of you that placed a boundary and kept the boundary. If you've seen someone as toxic, that's what they are. You don't need to explain why you see it as a trauma bond or why you see it as something toxic. That's what it is. And reality can change in the future, but right now that's your reality, and don't gaslight yourself. That's the energy I'm getting here. Now, what's going to end up happening is that this person's going to eventually recognize that you're not stuck on them. You have no interest in them. And I think that's going to crumble down a reality that they've been so comfortable with. Is that a lot of people, people who used to once wanted to be in their energy, be around them, be a lover to them, people are running the other way. I don't want to be a lover to you. I heard what happens when you're a lover to you. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you. So this person could be kind of getting like a rude awakening. And it's going to make them really anxious and worried because they're going to look back and go, oh my God, this is my karma. This is my justice. This is those choices and those decisions weighing themselves out, and these are the actions or these are the consequences of those actions. So what does this person want when they finally reach out? They're gonna want some sort of reunion, and they're gonna want this very quickly. So right now it's kind of a passing thought to reach out to you, but what's gonna happen is they're gonna make the choice to reach out to you very abruptly, very quickly. They could want to maybe go to the bar, go out to drink, go party. They could even maybe want to hook up with you if you allow that. I'm saying for some of you though, you're going to slow walk it. I'm saying that you might entertain them, but I'm also saying that when it comes to like a reunion, celebration, all of that, you're going to say, okay, listen, Romeo, Juliet, slow your roll. We're not putting a horse in front of a carriage. Where are you wanting to go and why are you here? I need details. That's going to be your energy. What does this person want to say to you? I can't find the right words to say to you. Okay? I've been needing to work on myself. Look at this one. My ego is taking over. Exactly. That's literally the whole reading. Their ego. Wanting to marry you and feeling like this is so intense, but also feeling like you're stuck on them so they can take their time. I'm just going to see what you're going to do. Give me like 2 more of what this person wants to say. You've accepted me for the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm sorry that I couldn't do the same. Shame on me. I was putting other things before you, and I realized when it was too late that a lot of it was not valuable to me. Again, that could have been their ego. Yeah, he or she wants me. I don't want them. You don't want someone who loves and cares about you. You don't want someone who takes you for the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm telling you, I don't mean this mean, but there's just someone who could have talked really bad about you. Who could have put you down. And you could have taken the higher road. Because I just seen the Empress. So you're the kind of person where you're like, no, listen, they're human. And I can sit here with the list all day and tell you their faults. But I'm not going to rip them down like that. Because that's not my character. That's not who I am. Sometimes you have to lead by example. And in this circumstance, you led by example. But now you have to ask yourself that when they come back and they open up this dialogue, what's going to take place? Are you going to hang up the phone as soon as you answer it? Are you going to be open and understanding to this person? Because I'm telling you, they were mean. They were vicious. They could have said things about how you were controlling, you were mean, you were judgmental, you were blunt and brutal. They could have said things about you that could have been true, but could have also been emphasized. Example, you could have said something that was truthful and honest, but then they could have went and like, they're blunt, they're mean, they're truthful, they're honest, but they don't say anything with care and words. That's what I'm getting here. So what are you going to want when this person comes in? You're going to want to have a conversation about something that took place. You're going to talk about how you invested and you ended up empty-handed, and how because of that you decided to complete a cycle. So a lot of you, whenever they come in and they go, hey, you know, I've been meaning to reach out to you, how have you been? You're going to say, I'm good, but I don't see the reason why I should continue in this conversation, because every time we have a conversation or every time you reach out, I end up empty-handed. I don't really want to talk to you. A lot of you are not going to want, this is over. This is done. This is gone. Why do you want to talk to me? They're going to take a leap to open up, but they're still going to keep some things close to their chest. They're going to talk about some sense of impulsiveness or an impulsive choice that they made that could have led to confusion, illusion, and then ultimately the ending. What they're hoping is that all of this will give you the desire to maybe give them another chance. That's what they're hoping. What did they say about you? I need to know. They said that they know for sure that you are not the one for them, and that they could have hoped, they could have wished, they could have thought that you were the one, but you weren't. So that could have been another thing that they said is, yeah, well, you know, he or she's more in love with me than I am them, but they're not my forever. When I look at them, I don't see forever. But that could have been a bald-faced lie. They could have ended up choosing a path that they thought would get them to peace. They thought would get them to some sense of comfort, and it didn't. So they decided to take a leap and put effort into something else. So why do they want to come back now? Because, I mean, you weren't the love of their life then. What changed? What what changed is where they were giving and receiving, they come up empty-handed, and it could have ended as well. So what happened here is you had someone on your hands who chose another path, who chose someone else, who chose not to invest. They made a choice. Now they want to backpedal. You get to choose whether or not they can backpedal. I will say this person gave to something thinking that the giving and receiving was going to be equal, and they ended up getting their feelings hurt. They could have moved for a job. That job ended up firing them 6 months later. Now they're coming back. They want their old girlfriend, their boyfriend back. They could have chosen another lover over you, thought that that would be the best path. You weren't the love of their life. They hoped, they wished that they could make it work, but they seen clearly that y'all weren't meant to be together. It could have been because you were very direct. You would call them out on their toxicity. They could have been, I don't want to say drug your name through the mud, but they could have said things about you where it was like, but I know that's not my soulmate. That's not my forever. Well, the reason they felt that is because they were choosing the path that could get them to a place of peace. What is easy? What would be the easiest choice? What seems like it's going to bring peace to me? That will. Let me do that. Well, whatever that was, person, place, or thing, it's left them. It's done. It's over. And it could have ended with them being backstabbed and betrayed. So they could have got cheated on. They could have got left. They could have got fired. They could have got manipulated. They got their feelings hurt. And they really thought it was going to pay off, and it didn't. So now they want to come in and they want to tell you that something didn't work out, but they're really curious to see where this could go, and they know it's been a while, but they kind of wanted to see what you were thinking. And what you're going to say is, one, I don't see you as commitment material, but two, we don't share the same values and morals. That's what a lot of you is going to say. Yeah, the devil again. You could also see this person as someone who's addicted to some sense of success or recognition. So you could see this person as like a gold digger, man or woman, don't care. There's both. There's men gold diggers and women gold diggers. This could be that lover who wants to come back and tell you all the nice things, but in your mind, you know that they're not your forever because they showed up in a way that your partner who claims that they love you would never show up. So it's like, no, I know you're not my forever, because when it comes to what we value and what's morally correct, you showed up in a way that made me question your morals at all. So I don't want to be with you long term because I don't know if I can feel safe here. And again, you could also feel like this person loves being recognized. I want to be recognized as someone who's moving into something, who's getting what they want. I want to be recognized as someone that you can't live without. But that could also be a toxic side of them that they need to deal with. Yeah. I'm also seeing that they are going to keep something very close to their chest about some sense of an emotion that they have. So this person could actually be emotionally invested in you more than you know, but they're not going to tell you that. Just to let you know. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Whew. Have a blessed day.